Welcome back to Empowerment Radio. How can you take your power back after abuse? We talked before the break just about the importance of remembering who you are before, and then also remembering who you still can be, even though something terrible happened to you. And there are a lot of other things that are important in that remembrance that can be things of, now how can I, as I remember my power and bring it back, have better boundaries, speak up for myself, seek out people that are safe and respectful and caring and kind. And these are all things on how to operate in the world. But you know what? One of the most difficult and important things is how to operate yourself. And that's something that I notice very often, that people that have been struggling with abuse and having been abused, that they treat themselves in ways that is reinforcing the idea that they're flawed, that they're broken, that there is something wrong with them, that there's somehow no need to be kind, no need to even listen to your needs or ask yourself what you want. And that's really a very important aspect of taking your power back. Really just watch what you do. Watch how you wake up in the morning and whether you think nice thoughts or bad thoughts about yourself. Whether when you have a nightmare, you are kind and patient or annoyed and frustrated. Watch how you treat yourself in regards to what you wear, what you eat, how well you take care of your body. Watch also when you feel that somehow you are neglecting yourself, where you're treating yourself in a self-abusive way, where you just basically are putting yourself in situations that you know afterwards you're going to regret, afterwards you're going to feel guilt and shame, afterwards you feel once again unworthy. Just notice that stopping those things and really saying, my first step to healing and wholeness is really starting to treat myself the way I always wished others would treat me. I need to be safe with myself. I need to have trust in myself. I need to be the one I can always rely on. And I need to be the one when no one else may be on board yet. I need to be the one who knows that I'm worth it. So that's really an important step. And another really crucial step, as I talked before, is about comforting that inner victim and really noticing that you have the capacity, we all do, to be caring and to be kind and to be compassionate. And so when you get triggered, when you feel like, a trigger of anxiety or hiding out, or a trigger of an urge to act out or connect, or a trigger of getting frustrated and angry because something doesn't go your way and you feel out of control, stop. Notice that your inner victim got triggered. And then really sit down, and before you're victimizing yourself, before you're victimizing others out of control, you're actually seeing that victim self sitting next to you, and you're simply taking some breath with that victimized self. You can imagine it's almost like maybe a younger self or almost a duplicate of yourself, and you're just really calmly telling that part of you, let's just take a breath. Let's just relax for a moment. This is not such a difficult situation to handle. And then after you take some breath and calm down, then you are shifting that perspective, the emotions, on something much more pleasant. Maybe you can ask, so what can I be grateful for right now? What am I feeling actually is reminding me of something where I felt empowered or positive? Or what is a situation where I know I was completely at peace? Just going from that reactionary mode to choosing what emotion you want to just transfer to that victim self, and then you go to that place where you can have a different perspective and ask yourself, is this really the best action to take right now? Is it really something that is reinforcing my wholeness? Or is it still giving the abuser power? Is it still giving me a sense of not really being in a place where I can feel a greater sense of well-being and a greater sense of also confidence when I act in the ways that maybe this victim self urges you to act? So you're reconsidering whatever you wanted to do, you're reconsidering, and you're asking yourself, what is a better way to deal with this? Forgiving or talking to the person that disappointed you, to give yourself love and kindness rather than looking for someone else, to comforting yourself and reassuring that you're safe even though you want to just hide out in a little hole, and then maybe going out into the hallway of your building and just knowing, okay, I'm safe here. You don't have to go out for a walk, but you can just show that part of you, you're safe in that house and you don't have to hide out. So that's an important step, the learning to be a source of comfort. And then a third step that I find is really important and something that just you build over time is to redefine yourself. And for that, just really, again, get to that victim self and write that victim self a letter of completion, where you really write down, this is what happened to you. This is what happened to us. And I'm feeling really sorry for everything that happened. And you write about what you know is that terrible sequence of events, but you also write about self-forgiveness, understanding, compassion with that victim self, and of course, yourself. And basically, you are creating an inner completion with whatever that victim self had held on to. And it doesn't have to be in one letter. It may be 10, it may be 50. It can be just something that you are reinforcing over and over again. This is how I want to see this situation, as something that is a part of my story, but it is not my future, and it is not all of my story. And then you are defining again, who is that, what I want to be? If I could take this story and put it aside and just tell myself, so who do I really want to be? Who do I really want to be based on my truth, based on my potential, based on that, what I know about myself? And again, going back and remembering who you were before, go for it. Go for those art classes or singing classes that you thought, oh, I can never have. Make just acquaintances, maybe at your work or in small little groups that give you a sense of, okay, I can actually be a part of this world, and I can actually be a friend, and I can learn to trust people. Whatever it is that you feel like I want to share with the world, and I want to make that contribution of me, not that dimmed little version of myself that I was made to believe I am, but really growing back into what I'm meant to be here. That is a process. But that is where the discovery journey really, really is exciting, fulfilling, joyful. Because like all people, we do have to discover more of who we are. And when you have been abused, somehow it is even a greater importance to go for it now and really say, that was my rock bottom. That was the reminder of, I will never let something like this happen to me, but I also will not live in that trauma, in that shadow any longer, because the more I was living in that shadow, the more when I look inside, I could also see who I really am, because a light shines brighter in the darkness. Well, there could be so much more we can talk about, but thank you for tuning in. And if you want to have more information on how my breakthrough program can help you, just go to drfriedemann.com and ask some questions, set up a free consultation. I'm happy to talk with you on how I can help you to regain your wholeness, and also just really take in some of those steps, especially the one that you want to treat yourself the way you always wanted to be treated, and probably the way you treat other people automatically. Until next time, take good care of yourself. Always look for what else is possible for you. Goodbye.